Peace, peace, peace to the family. Peace to the family. Peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome on this Wednesday afternoon. All right. Welcome to everybody pulling up in the building. I'm going to let y'all just pull up. African Killer Herbs. Peace, God. Peace to the God. Richie, what up? Brrrah, brrrah. Today we're gonna open up the lines and whatnot. We're gonna make this one interactive. You dig? It's not just gonna be me speaking. I decided that it is definitely time to go live to have a conversation because I don't want to be on some Twitter finger shit. You need to see me. You know what I mean? We need to talk. We need to have this conversation. You need to feel this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because people are being distracted right now. And I think that it's time to, we gotta pull a halt to this shit. We need to pull it, we need to hit the brakes on this shit and slow it down. Too much victimhood consciousness is floating around in the middle of a battle rap. And I'm like, flag on a play. You know what I'm talking about? Flag on a play. We need to stop this shit in its tracks immediately. And hump day. It's a countdown from this day on. We're gonna go right into the strong end and whatnot. And people are probably gonna go into the strong end talking about this. They might be talking about Drake by the time we get to Saturday. You know what I'm talking about? Who knows? I know the ego of Aubrey is a little more. I would say his ego can't take as much as Kendrick's ego can take. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just saying, and it's not a light skin, dark skin thing. We're gonna talk about that too. You niggas is making this shit corny. Um, it's not a light skin, dark skin thing, but I think Kendrick's skin is a little bit tougher, where he could sit around and allow, a song to burn up the airwaves that's basically talking about him, and he doesn't feel compelled to jump in the booth and make a reply immediately. Aubrey Graham, he's different. His ass gotta respond. He's gonna respond way faster than Kendrick was waiting and being patient. Patience is discipline. Patience is like sitting in the quote unquote, you know how they have people who could sit in those cryogenic tanks, you know what I mean? That's patience. Patience is power. Patience is strength. Being able to boil in the water proverbially. That is self-control. Everybody doesn't have self-mastery. And like K Dot said, I see two bad bitches when I see Drake and Sexy Red. You know, no disrespect to him. He's a sassy aggressive. And sassy aggressive niggas don't have patience. You know what I'm talking about? Sassy aggressive dudes do not have patience. They throw things, they get sassy with you, they snap. You know what I'm talking about? They break things. They're not centered. Yeah, it's Mayday. Blue Pill reminded us that it's Mayday. Mayday, Mayday. Um the timing of this battle, right? We are currently in the era of battle rap, family. Hip hop has taken a pivot. Hip hop has taken a turn. It has entered into unfamiliar territories that mon like Smack DVD, ARP, blogs like Hip Hop is Real. You know what I'm saying? This is their territory. This is where if let me call knowledge to God. Let me call knowledge to God and get him on this. We need a panel. I'm gonna send out a link for some panel. We're gonna do panel talks. You know what I'm talking about? Because I want to talk to people in the battle rap community. If anybody has a link to Daylight, reach out to Daylight. You know what I'm talking about? Reach out to Lux. We're gonna have a panel of battle rappers because we are in the battle rap, the deep murky waters of battle rap right now. And there are some rules that come with battle rap. One, there's 3 rounds in battle rap. Okay. Yes, K Dot was baptized in a hyperbolic time chamber. He was in that cold water. He was in that ice cold freezing water writing these rhymes, being patient, going through the fire. You know, I'm talking about going through that pain. You know, kudos to the battle rappers who are able to stand on stage in front of thousands with a poker face while they getting pause, while they getting filleted, fish filleted, while they getting fried like fricassee, and they have a poker face, and their mother is being talked about, their children are being talked about, their facial features are being talked about. Their fashion sense is being talked about. You know, if they have an ailment, if they have a vice, an addiction, you know what I mean? Shout out to what's my dude, Danny? What's my dude who be on mad drugs and whatnot? You know, they get at you and they talk about everything personal. You feel me? They pull back the curtains on you. If you don't have thick skin, you cannot exist in the world of battle rap, right? Battle rap is a sport. It's a blood sport, right? Nonetheless, it's an aspect of hip hop. It's not rap music. See what this battle is showing us, right? And what this battle is exposing and whatnot is the fact that the audience, right, who consist of teenagers, they consist of women, they consist of girls, both preteen, pubescent, adolescents, and over 60, right? There's a large demographics that this music is touching and whatnot, right? So we have women from all walks of life, all backgrounds and whatnot. Those who are not fans of hip hop, those who are fans of pop music, they're in the fold right now. They're in the you know, you have people who were born in an era where they don't know hip hop history. They don't adhere. They didn't know what the Teddy Pendergrass sample. They couldn't pick it up on first listen. They like, what the hell is this? They don't even know what that means culturally. They don't pick up the cultural nuances. Why? Because they're not of the culture. You understand? They were not groomed. They were not reared. They were not orientated into hip hop culture. They know rap. They know Billboard's top 20. They know the ringtone. They know a TikTok song. They don't know hip hop. So this battle that we are witnessing, this rap battle, because this is once again battle rap. So when we speak about it, please respectfully, everybody in the audience, let's speak about it from the perspective of battle rap, not hip hop and not rap and not two pop stars going at it. No, two pop stars have thrown their hats in the ring and now they are wearing the hats of battle rappers, right? And in the world of battle rap, your mama breath stink. You know what I'm talking about? It's about the dozens. They talk about your mama. They talk about your baby. They talk about everything. They talk about your race. They talk about your ugly ass face. You know what I'm talking about? They talk about your pigeon toes. That's what they do in battle rap. And I'm not about to allow some moist ass you know, racially ambiguous weirdos to ruin that moment. You know what I'm talking about? Get out your fucking feelings. Nobody gives a fuck how you feel because K Dot said that this nigga can't say nigga anymore. It's battle rap. Sit the fuck down. Nobody cares about your thought pieces. Nobody cares about how you feel about that. Nobody cares about what date nigga was invented. All of that shit could get the fuck out the window. You're ruining a good battle. Okay. Why don't you talk about the fact that your man that wears nail polish, right, and hails from Canada, his ethnicity, he belongs to a ethnicity and a race of people who kill children and get on TV and TikTok and laugh about it. Why don't you talk about the fact that he belongs to a rogue state? His people belong to a rogue state. They're a rogue state going against the international court right now. You understand? Why don't if you so if it's so political with you, if you care so much, right? If it's so political with you, if you're so politically correct, then when this man says something about Drake not saying nigga, it's battle rap. That's how you set somebody up for round two. It's called an angle. It's called an angle, right? So what's the problem? Once again, we are now in a time period or epoch in an era where hip hop journalism is Elliott Wilson, academics, Joe Button, right? And a few other people who are paid by the industry and whatnot. And they are not leading their conversation with the right type of quote unquote intellectual. They're not intellect. They don't know the culture like that. I'm sorry. I listen to them. I give them the Gillian Wallow. Definitely not Nori and Drink Champs, Joe Button and all of them niggas on the couch. They don't know the culture, bro. They know rap music maybe, but they're not versed like that. They don't have what it takes. If you're gonna be dealing with hip hop journalism, you gotta know a breakbeat when you fucking hear it. Bottom line, academics disqualifies himself. I can't even tune into. He is poisoning the minds of hundreds of thousands of the younger generation and robbing them of the experience of experiencing the culture of hip hop, right? He's robbing them. Kai Sinet, Aiden Ross, I Show Speedy, or whatever the names are. They are robbing the younger generation, our children, the teenagers. They are stripping them of culture by only keeping them in this segmented space where they don't know what the fuck they are talking about. The metrics that they're measuring is off. The metrics that they're measuring this rap battle is off. They're not measuring the metrics of this battle from the metrics of a rap battle. They're not even rap battle connoisseurs. So how the hell are these weird youth, right? How are these weird youth talking about this culture? How are they rating an artist like Kendrick Lamar, who happens to be an artist? He's not just a rapper, he's an artist. There's a difference between what Drake represents, and there's a difference between what Kendrick represents. Kendrick Lamar is not getting the fair share from anybody in the culture because nobody has the audacity to take the position as an unbiased curator of the culture. All of them are biased, unfortunately. And it sucks to see it because you in the audience, you're not receiving what you showed up for. They are taking away the importance of this battle. They are making this shit less than what it really is. They are taking away from what this battle really represents. They are not giving you an unbiased perspective of how high the stakes are, right? On how, because this is how high the stakes are. Let me share with you on how high the stakes are in this rap battle. And this rap battle is taking place with all of the pop stars because hip hop is pop culture, right? So that's not a bad word if we're like, yo, this is pop music. These niggas are pop stars and this is pop culture. What does pop culture mean? It means that it's popping outside of America. That outside of America, even with the, you know, the rise of the Afro beats and the Ampiano and all of this other stuff, hip hop is still the number one export coming out of the USA. Hip hop is still the most dominant culture outside of the USA. Hip hop is on the brains and the hearts and the minds of the youth on every corner of the planet right now. Right? So these pop stars going at it. This is a bigger battle rap than anything that we've probably seen coming out of Smack DVD, Smack URL, you know, any of the other leagues and whatnot. There's no battle or no rap battle in the last 10 years that I could think of that has as much of a high stakes. And when I say high stakes, what I mean is this: the whole industry, right? This battle right here is going to determine the fork in the road. It already has created divides, but it's going to determine a fork in the road, right? This is a war for the culture. Thank you, Soul Society. This is a culture war. Let's make no mistakes about it. In this 4-week series that I have behind me called American Gods #8, that is going to be exclusive to all of my Patreons from the Rainbow Opal tier all the way up. Every 4 weeks, we will be giving you a complete breakdown about the quote unquote American God series. These are American gods. You understand? These ain't just hip hop art. These are American gods. And when I say that, I'm not trying to be sacrilegious towards anybody who practices organized religion. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it in a term of what we identify gods as. These are American gods. You understand? They could start wars. They have influence over the hearts and minds of millions of people and whatnot. They are able to terraform societies with their thought and with their words, with their lyrics and whatnot. So we know that this conflict that we're seeing that's taking place between these misfits of the industry. These are the misfits of the industry. Yay, right? Independent, right? Kanye West, independent, right? Survivor of a culture war where he was the general, the commander, and the frontline soldier. And you talk about 20v1. What did Ye do last year? What was his 20v1? What was his 20v1? Who did he go up against? It was him against 20 different ops, right? He came back and he scored a #1 independently. So he gets the W. So it's his team versus the other side. Who's the other side? The other side is a corporate puppet who is tied into 360 deals. He's tied into Is It Real? He's tied into Zionism. He's tied into everything that these faulty contracts. He's tied into slavery contracts. He's tied into Lucian. He's tied into corporate America. He's tied into everything that they're protesting at these campuses around America about these businesses and their quote unquote divestment towards you know who. That's what the war is about. That's what the conflict ultimately is about. That's what the conflict is shaping up to be about. But it's starting as a hip hop rap battle, respectfully, because we in hip hop. We're in hip hop. But this is a conversation that they're having on the campuses of Ivy League colleges. This is not a black thing. They're having this conversation on the campuses of Ivy League colleges. Okay. They're divesting themselves from Drake. They're divesting themselves from Is It Real? They're divesting themselves from they're divesting themselves from McDonald's. They're divesting themselves from Starbucks. They're divesting themselves from Skittles. They're divesting themselves from Drake Incorporation, OVO. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. This is a cult. This is taking place. The whole planet is divesting themselves. What are they doing in BRICS? In BRICS, they're divesting themselves from corporate America. They're divesting themselves from Is It Real? They're divesting themselves from these slavery, quote unquote, apartheid regimes. They're divesting themselves from fiat. They're divesting themselves from debt. They're divesting themselves from the matrix. That's what you see going on with the BRICS. That's what you see going on with all of these quote unquote countries that are dumping the dollar. That's what's going on around the world. What are they doing in Africa? They're divesting themselves from France. They're divesting themselves from from the British and whatnot. They're divesting themselves from the USA. They're divesting themselves from Uncle Sam. They're divesting themselves from De Beers, Oppenheimer. All of that is Drake. Okay. That's what we're talking about. That's what's taking place on a larger context. So as above, so below. As above, so below. So what I'm saying is this battle rap that we're seeing, this quote unquote, this is the biggest rap battle that we've seen in our entire quote unquote hip hop lifetime. And it's happening in the quote unquote shadows of the 50th year because we're still in the 50th year of hip hop. We're still in the 50th year of hip hop. So I don't have time to be holding on to nobody's mother. I don't have time for bandwagons. I don't have time for fence riding and whatnot. I don't have time to act like I don't know what side I'm on. I know what side I'm standing on, and I'm not going to be swayed at all. You feel me? I'm not going to be swayed at all. I know where I stand in this whole thing and whatnot because after personal examination and whatnot and looking at myself in the mirror, I can identify who I am. So this is really about identifying who you are, knowing who you are, And when you know who you are, then you're going to know where you stand in this conflict that's taking place right now, because this right here is a conflict of multitudes. It's a conflict of multitudes. Now, if anybody ever was in battle rap, if anybody was ever, if you're familiar with battle rap, you're familiar with battle rappers. So some of my best battle rappers are people who talk very disrespectful, very greasy and whatnot, and they hold no punches. One of my favorite battle rappers is Tay Rock, right? The nigga is disrespectful. He's the gun bar king. Another one of my favorite rappers or battle rappers is Sue Surf. He's wild disrespectful. Another one of my battle rappers is Arsenal. He's known for being wild, dumb, disrespectful. He talk about your mama. He talk about dead relatives. He just, he has no fucking no brakes on him, right? Then another one of my favorite battle rappers is Cassidy, right? The way that he puts his shit together. He just destroyed Easy the Block Captain with a battle and with a 16 bars and whatnot. Another one, of course, is Murder Mook, because Murder Mook is one of the ones he started me out. He's the one who started me out. With the early Smack DVDs, he was one of the first one with God tier bars, right? All of these battle rappers will talk about your complexion. They will talk about your race. They will talk about ethnicity. I don't care that Kendrick told us ambiguous ass nigga that he can't say nigga no more. You battle rapping. Who cares? The gloves are off. Yeah, Hollow the Dawn. Hollow the Dawn. He's surgical with it. He's funny with it, and he will disrespect you, right? So I like 40 bars, right? I like Coffee. You know what I'm talking about? These are the female battle rappers. They will completely disrespect you. You know what I mean? What's her name? She's down with Gunbar King out of Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I'm feeling her. There's a few of them that I'm feeling on the battle rap side with the sisters and whatnot to get busy. You know what I mean? Kendrick said what he had to say without using profanity. Yeah. He ain't that angry. You know what I'm talking about? He wasn't that angry. He didn't start cursing and whatnot. So let's not do the Kumo D comparisons and what LL Cool J was out there doing in the back. No, this is battle rap. They had battles, but Drake is a fan of battle rap. He was there supporting the quote unquote. He was there supporting certain tournaments. He even put $100,000 of his money up for a battle rap tournament. He's a fan of it. I know Kendrick is a fan of it. So they get into it. They're battle rapping. Let's take the politics out of it. If he said that the nigga is light skinned, so what? If he said that he's racially ambiguous, so what? He's battle rapping. I'm sure Drake got a rebuttal for that. Let him, these niggas is playing tennis. Let him log the ball back. But all of y'all laying on the train tracks trying to get ran over by this train that left the station is something that I don't understand. You know what I mean? You got dudes out there that got children that are racially ambiguous and they in their feelings and whatnot. And I'm like, come on, fam. How much soy do you eat in the morning? Why are you taking that personal? You niggas need to stay out of Whole Foods trying to keep up with the vegans and whatnot. And y'all was in the soy section going crazy with the Beyond, you know what I mean, with the Impossible Chitlins and whatnot. And the shit is throwing you niggas off. Y'all trying to follow a wave and you drowning. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas is on my timeline, wild emotional, soy boy the fuck out. You know what I mean? All in your feelings and whatnot. Cause this nigga said something about light skin. And then I could tell how many white fans have got affected because they're all over the YouTube I mean, it's all kind of fucking this shit looks like it looked like it just looks like a dilapidated ant farm. It just looks like a dilapidated ant farm. All of these fucking ants is laying out. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of bodies on my timeline where these niggas are jumping on grenades that nobody threw at them. Mind your business, bro. It's not that serious. You know what I'm talking about? Put your French braids in, my nigga, with the two nations in your bosom. You know what I mean? Nobody is talking to you. Have a fucking seat, bro. I never saw so many people take a fucking rap battle personal. So when they say something about this nigga wearing nail polish, are you niggas and you fucking women out there, are y'all gonna take that serious too? Are you gonna take that one personal? When they talk crazy about niggas that wear bonnets, are you gonna take that serious? Is that gonna be a personal shot as well? God damn. Like, this is battle rap. It gets greasy. It's supposed to get greasy. The shit is literally PG still. He didn't curse. He didn't curse, right? He didn't say a fucking curse word, and y'all still found a problem. Like, when this society become so fucking soy, bro? When? I'm really still trying to understand. How do y'all find a problem in that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you find a problem in that? Live, nigga. Nobody is stopping y'all. Y'all out here creating these Obamas. Live. Nobody is stopping it. We you know, Drake is getting talked to right now. You feel me? Let him get talked to, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas is literally in y'all soft. Yeah, y'all in y'all soft. You know, y'all are in y'all soft life era for real, bro. This shit crazy. Like, you can't say nothing greasy no more. Y'all niggas is in y'all soft life ever for real, bro. It's a lot of men on my timeline emoting, you know? And then for the niggas who don't want to just outwardly get nervous, they'll be like, you know what? All of it sucks. It was all corny. That's y'all. I see you niggas, man. Y'all. I see y'all, man. It's like Alicia Keys and these niggas is out here writing that shit, man. Yeah, all of that. Y'all just want to pull the plug on the whole thing because y'all in y'all feelings, man. If y'all don't have a fucking seat, bro. If y'all don't go sunbathe somewhere, you know what I mean? Stop it. Stop it. You know? Come on now. Stop it. It is not that serious. Y'all are making this shit look horrible. You know what I'm talking about? Mind your fucking business. Nobody's talking to you. You know what I mean? He's talking to Drake. When did you become Aubrey? When? When? I never seen so many people live vicariously through another nigga, right? Everybody's Drake now. When? You know what I'm saying? Everybody became fucking Aubrey. How did that happen? Y'all niggas are literally living vicariously through the boy. He said, bro, go sit down. You always make a mountain out of an anthill. Drake won already. The type of Drake hate. Man, is that you, Chubbs? This nigga Drake got his OVO farm out here in the motherfucking on they fensters and whatnot. Nigga, is that you, Chubb? Or is that the other nigga 40, the skinny white boy? Is that you? You Canada niggas is funny. But anyway, anyway, if you read the lyrics to Euphoria and then you read the lyrics to Push-Ups, if you can read, that is. And if you can't read, they got this thing called Chat GPT that will read for you. And they got Google. Google will help you niggas read because you could just press read for me and it will read, nigga. If you can fucking read, just read the lyrics. That's it. I mean, leave me the fuck out of it. I'm biased. Take me out of the equation and just read. And when you read, right, you'll see the superior writing skills are at play, right? And then when you finish reading, you want to listen. Nah, I'm not. Shout out to my Toronto niggas. I'm not making this a border thing. T dot, man. Shout out to my T dot Montreal. You feel me? all of y'all are good with me. You know what I mean? Big ups to Canada, you know, all day. But read, you know what I mean? And then when you read, then go and listen, because that's a fucking skill too. Because if you listen, you'll listen. Remember, battle rap is 3 rounds. What did Kendrick do? 3 rounds. He gave you 3 rounds, right? And for all of my Toronto niggas, yes, y'all do hold some type of responsibility. You understand? I have yet to hear a nigga from Toronto hop on to like that beat and join the motherfucking Avengers. Where's that at? Where the fuck is Cardinal Official and them niggas? Where's the niggas that Drake shitted on a while ago from Canada? Why y'all so quiet? You know what I'm talking about? Where y'all at? But anyway, when you he gave him 3 rounds. He gave him 3 rounds. He gave him 3 beats. He gave him 3 flows. You feel me? He gave him 3 flows. He gave him 3 rounds. That's what he did in that song called Euphoria. He started out, you know, with the sample and whatnot. That was a dog whistle to all of you old niggas with salt and pepper beards and whatnot, and you aunties, right, on your 3rd childhood, that's running around talking about Young Money. That what he put on that Teddy Pendergrass as a dog whistle to remind you old niggas, you grandfathers, you gilfs out there, wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? You were out here running behind a goddamn teeny bopper pop star. You know what I'm talking about? Who wears fucking nail polish. You know what I mean? So he reminded you. Remember, 60s babies, 70s babies, 80s babies. Nigga, that was the fucking bat signal. Nigga, that was a dog whistle. Wake the fuck up. Y'all out here running around trying to be teenagers and whatnot. Let the teenagers be teenagers. Grow the fuck up. Yeah, shout out to the Gilfs and whatnot. Out here trying to be Drake's girlfriend and whatnot. It's not about to happen. You know what I mean? That fucking era is done. You know what I mean? That ship has sunk. You know what I'm talking about? That ship has sunk. I see you standing next to Sexy Red. Guess what I see? You know what I mean? So yeah, that ship has sunk. Grow the fuck up. Be grandparents again for once. Let's snap back. Let's wake the fuck up. Let's get back on track. Let's get back on purpose. Let's get back. The party is over. No more parties in LA. They burning the club down with this one. These niggas is talking about Kendrick is not making club songs. That's y'all problem. Y'all in the fucking club too much. Getting clubbed over the head. Y'all in the club too much. Stay the fuck home and raise them goddamn badass children and whatnot. Go talk to them star seeds about being great and whatnot. Stay the fuck out the club. The club never made a god out of a man. How about that? The club has never created a god out of a man. It's never created a god out of a nigga. Not since I've been visiting the club. The club is where you go to celebrate. You niggas have nothing to celebrate, bro. You don't have no fucking W's to pop a goddamn bottle of rosé to like that as a collective. Not yet. Not yet. We need to get a collective W. Then we could all go out together. Until then, we should be in the studio. We should be, like Kendrick said, you don't know nothing about that. No, you don't know nothing about that. Right? That's what we should be focusing on. Making these star seeds greater. Right? Working on our craft. Dealing with whatever these inner wars that many of us are having, that part. And keeping this fuck boy energy far away from us. I'm with it. I get it. I get it. And not being silent while this industry and this music industry, because this is a power source, one of the most powerful power sources, right? This on the planet, which is music. Not being comfortable just sitting back and watching that shit get pillaged to pieces by niggas who are not just racially ambiguous, and that's not to take a shot at a nigga's ethnicity, but these niggas are moist, bro. The fuck? These niggas are moist. They're not even secure in their manhood. These are not real men. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, snatch that chain. You know what I'm talking? I'm with all of the violence. Snatch these niggas' chain. Fuck that. You know what I'm talking about? Reach over and yap them. You know what I mean? And clean them up. Clean them up. So this is cleanup season. If you can't stand to see a nigga get cleaned up, turn off your fucking computer. You know what I mean? Because I'm from where that shit used to happen every day. You know what I mean? I'm from where we need pressure. We need to apply pressure. Pressure needs to be applied in this culture. There needs to be more lines drawn. The adults need to start adulting. And Joe Buttons of the world, these old niggas of the world, these elders of the culture who's supposed to be counsel, they need to get back to counseling and stop dick riding. And I'm sorry that I use that word because Kendrick said what he had to say without cursing. So I have to, I'm gonna have to penalize myself. Pause. You know what I mean? But stop bandwagon. Grow up. Stop stop trying to just get down with the cool kids and whatnot and stand on something. Stand on something. I know Joe Button's podcast, they speak favorably of K Dot, and I look forward to seeing the new episode and whatnot. But I'm mostly talking about the new hip hop journalism, this new wave of clickbait channels and platforms and people who are positioning themselves to be the voice of generations and whatnot, where they have not done their proper homework. They don't even know who the elders are. They don't even know anything dating back before they were born. And some of these dudes, these are jokes. These are jokes. They was born in the year 2000, trying to talk about a culture that's 50 years old. Have a fucking seat. You are disqualified. You showed your hand in this battle. You don't know nothing. Y'all are just here as breathing, living bots. The bots are supposed to be these are real life breathing bots. These are human bots. I never thought I'd see the day. So these are bots for the industry. They're paid shills. They paying these niggas with meme coins. They're for sale. So why would I even listen to them? They have something called click farms. Do you know that they could pay a service or AI to just speak favorably about Drake on the internet in 200 different comments on one video? So you think that that's really a human talking like that? Do you know that they have click farms? They could make a video go viral. So you think somebody got motion when all of that is manufactured? Do you know that they have automations? They have quote unquote automations, AI tools that you can have a whole conversation right now in the comment section, and it's a bot. And it's a bot. So yeah, this is real hip hop versus hip hop. This is penmanship versus ghostwriters. This is art versus AI. This is a culture war, right? This is a culture war. And the culture war is affecting everybody that's in the culture. You understand? This is hip hop versus fart. That's right. Ice Spice blew a fart, ripped through a part. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that is this versus that. You know, it's righteous culture versus slack culture. You know, it is a veiled culture war, and we being attacked by the Republicans while while there's infighting. There's an attack from the outside from DeSantis, Trump, everything on the right side, right? Even certain people on the far left, right? Because you got beef with Is It Real now? So you got beef on the extreme left, right? Which is Netanyahu and them, right? You got beef on that end because they said they don't fuck with the youth in America, the black youth in America. Y'all are the op. And then on the far right with the Christian fundamentalists, right? And the quote unquote and the extremists and the red meat, red blood, red MAGA hat side over there, they're on your tail and whatnot. They wanna finish you and whatnot. So if anybody ever saw the end of the movie True Romance or the end of Reservoir Dogs, the movie, right? You saw that there was a play at the end of the movie where everybody in the elevator got shot and one person walked away with the bag, right? And then at the end of I think it was the end of Reservoir Dogs, everybody in the circle shot each other, right? It was a psyop, it was a play to have one person walk away with the bag. So please make sure that in this quote unquote pop or in this battle of the culture, in this quote unquote world war of hip hop that's taking place, right? That there's not somebody that's right there in the middle that's going to walk away with the bag. And unfortunately, in this situation, outside of artists like Ye, who's not owned by these corporations, unfortunately, every single artist that's a part of this melee is owned. Their likeness is owned, right? They are we have some pub deals though. We got some major deals. K Dot is officially, not owned, not under TDE, and he's, we see an elevation in his contract, right? We do see that. And of course, they're saying that Drake has one of these deals that nobody in the industry has and whatnot. And rumor has it that he has some of these artists catalog, right? Similar to how Michael Jackson had niggas, right? And they hated him because he was owning a lot of people's publishing and whatnot. And he was kind of like their boss now. He was their owner because that's who the master is. The master is who owns the master. You could talk that shit. You could puff your chest out and whatnot, but the true master in the industry is he who owns the masters and the pubs. Michael Jackson had positioned himself to be one of those people, and he was receiving a lot of hate from both the industry and people around him, publicists and all kind of stuff. And now we know why. Now they're saying that Aubrey is in that same type of category. Uh-huh. Yeah, Drake holds others' masters, but not his own. Peep that. So all of these artists, from Future to that's why they took down the remix with Ye on Future, right? Because Future's label, who owns him, was like, nah, we don't want nobody else that's not signed to a major label to eat with our major label artists. Nigga, that's soft shoe slavery. You got white men, you know what I mean? Not even white. They're not even white. They're ambiguous to white. They're not even considered white. You got these people, right? Literally in the middle of this beef, and they're gonna be the one that's gonna walk away with the bag. So at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, it still boils down to these people who got their hands in our pockets, right? Still benefiting off of conflict, still benefiting off of quote unquote disagreements, still benefiting off of the quote unquote clash of the titans. The clash of the titans. Blue Pill said Napoleon's bloodline is the winner, right? However, however, you can't win them all, right? Can't win them all. So ultimately, knowing that, right? We know this, right? And I do feel that as this conflict evolves, that will be addressed. It has to be. That will be addressed. That will be brought up, you know? And I hope very soon. Keep in mind, this is only the first round. And based off of what I and others have determined, that first round undeniably goes to K Dot, right? First round to K Dot, hands down. I don't know what the hell Gilly the Kid is talking about. I don't know what the hell um whoever said what they said. I don't know what they be talking about. Like I have no idea what these nincompoops in the industry and these podcasts be talking about. But you know that shit is attached to a check. You feel me? You know that shit is attached to a check. Cam and Mace let me down. Cam fucking Ron and Mason Better. You niggas have let me down and got me looking at y'all super duper sideways. You dig? Like, nigga, what? So Cameron and Mace had the nerve to say, yeah, Drake is up. And then Gilly the Kid, Silly the Kid said Drake is up. But I'm like, whatever. We just know this is an industry run right now. People are picking sides based off of relationships and what the fuck they could gain out of it. Rappers are opportunists. They're not known to be very honest people. You know what I mean? They are politicians at the end of the day. They are politicians at the end of the day. Yes, there's time. It is definitely time to begin the civil war in hip hop media. That whole Revolt TV roster needs to get readjusted and cleaned up. There's a time, what's that thing that the podcast platform that Charlemagne is running and whatnot? We need a civil war in hip hop media. That shit needs to be cleaned up. Real talk. Yeah, Blue said we need to unify so we could drive them off the cliff. I agree. Them niggas is turning into boule right in front of our faces. And we don't got nothing to say about that. I think not. You know? So there's a big shift going on. All up in the industry, all around you. People are being repositioned and whatnot. People are being repurposed and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to identify where that white hand is at. You got to be able to identify what hands are moving those pieces around. And if it's the same hand that we want to cut off and whatnot, we have to find that hand and we have to cut off the hand and everybody that hand is holding. Right? Everybody that hand is holding, we need to cut that hand off. And don't be afraid to identify who the hand is holding, because anybody that hand is holding, right? And that hand is the same hand that's holding Gaza children underneath the rubble. That's the same hand that's holding mothers and elderly people underneath those missiles and whatnot. That's the same hand that's holding children underwater and drowning them on that Gaza Strip. That's the same hand. Let's be clear. Yeah, shout out to Star from Star and Buck Wild. You know what I mean? Star, Star, man. But I even Star acts his age. You understand? Star's not out here going out bad and sad. You know what I'm saying? Star knows that he comes from hip hop culture, and that's what he stands on. So respect to him. You could tell that the industry don't got their hand in his pocket like that. But I'm watching these other niggas go out bad and sad, and it's like, where the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I remember what y'all came from, and y'all wasn't banned, y'all wasn't for sale like that. But all of these niggas that have gotten 10 million from Spotify, you know what hand Spotify is, right? You know what hand that is, right? So any of these niggas that got these beautiful honeymoon deals and whatnot, these, oh my goodness, they got 10 million. Yeah, that came with stipulations. Guess who cut them checks? It wasn't Nigerians that cut that check for them. It wasn't the Saudis that cut that check for them. They didn't get that check cut from the oil-rich nations in the Middle East. They didn't get that check cut from the gold-rich nations of Africa. No, most of them are getting that money from Tel Aviv. You got a sponsor, nigga. You got you a gilf in your life. You got you a high-paying MILF in your life. You know what I'm talking about? You got you a sugar daddy. You niggas you got sugar daddies. You like Russell Simmons' daughter with that old nigga. That's how Gilly and all of these people with these sponsorships and these deals are. That's what they are. They on the beach with old wrinkled white men, prunes. You out there drinking prune juice. Yeah, you nigga. Yeah, you living that Meek Mill bunny hopping life type of. How's that working out for you, fam? How's that working out? How's the bunny hopping working for you niggas? You niggas got sugar daddies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here for no nigga with a runny nose coming online trying to cat for they fucking sugar daddies. I'm choosing pure violence over shit like that. And I draw the line right there. You know what I'm talking about? I draw the line right there. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas is taking facials from sugar daddies. Keep that to yourself. Do not come on the front street, my nigga. Don't come outside. Don't come on the front street. Don't hop off the porch trying to defend your sugar daddy. Yeah, bunny hopping podcasters. I'm going to make the logo as soon as I get off of this call. You know what I'm talking? I'm going to Canva and I'm finna cook these niggas. Bunny hopping podcasters. All of these niggas. Yeah, if you sign the Prize Picks, all of these companies, Spotify, you got to name the companies because they all come from the same place. You understand? And they got their hand up all of these dudes, ventriloquists. They own all of their mouths. You know what I'm talking about? They own all of their mouthpieces. You feel me? So hip-hop journalism needs a civil war. Elliot Wilson, they own him. They got their hand. They gave this nigga a bunch of defunct fucking brands the other day. Up Rocks, Kicks. Like, what the fuck you gonna do with those? Come on now. You know what I mean? They throwing these niggas shindings and little fucking you know, they throwing them crumbs and whatnot. No, nah, I'm not having it. We disrupting shit. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck out of here. It's a war going on outside. You niggas is out here, namaste and all of that. Nah, this is post-eclipse activity. You know what I mean? Fuck that. This is, put your fangs in, niggas. This is post-solar eclipse activity. This is a solar flare. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my DMX shit. I hate all you niggas. This is a solar flare. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Yeah, that's right. Attack. What are we doing? What are we doing? I heard a fucking war cry. I heard a war cry. Niggas is like, yo, it's time. It's time. So why are we going back to why we trying to go? I'm not going to work today. Fuck that. I'm not going to work. Staying home. Nigga. It's up. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck it. It's up. I'm not going. Fuck that. I'm not punching it. What you doing? Yeah. Nah, I ain't coming back from lunch. It's up. I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? They ringing the alarm. This nigga's ringing the alarm. He's like, fuck these fake niggas. Fuck all of that bullshit. These children are at stake. The future is at stake. Our minds are at stake. I'm tired of this industry. It has reached a level of toxicity akin to Fukushima. Let's pull it the fuck down. You know what I mean? Let's cease and desist all of these fuck niggas. Let's cease and desist all of the fuck shit. Let's cease and desist all of these gangbangers. Let's cease and desist all of these prostitutes. Let's cease and desist all these drug dealers. Let's cease and desist all this deaf culture. right now. That's what we need. And it's not about race, and it's not about ethnicity, and it's not about complexion. I could give a damn about all of that. That's bait. That's battle rap. That's just, you know what I mean? It's not about that. What it's about, so we could be clear. So I don't want nobody to mince these words. I don't want nobody to try to sound, what do they call that? Make sound clips and whatnot. No. This is about real versus fake. This is about art forms. If you are an artist, then start arting, right? This is about art versus that other shit that they're trying to push on us. This is about microwave versus slow cooking. This is about real versus contentious. This is about AI, artificial intelligence versus ancestral intelligence. That's what it's about. This is about either we for the people or we for the corporation. This is about, is it real, or this is about, is it fake? You know what I'm talking about? That's what this shit is really about. So I pledge allegiance to true art. You know what I mean? Yeah, I trolled this nigga Kendrick because he was taking too long. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not 10 years old, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Every day is a fucking ashe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I shouldn't be here. Thank you. Yeah, nigga, we don't got time. We don't got time. You niggas wasting taking your time and whatnot. Niggas is like, hurry up. We got shit to do. You know what I'm talking about? You could have rang the fucking alarm a few weeks ago. We would have been on these niggas. So that's all I'm saying. You don't keep your troops waiting for too long. You don't keep your fucking front line waiting for too long. You make the call. You make the call. So now the call has been made. We're clear. There's no more speculation. We don't got to come up with all of these fake ass thought pieces about why doesn't Drake like this nigga. He told you he hates this nigga and why. You know what I'm saying? He stated his part on a 3-part battle rap round 1 that he won because he put it together through the lens of a battle rapper. That's what he did. This nigga Drake, when you compare push-up lyrics to Euphoria, it's a no-brainer, right? He put it together the same way that the battle rappers put their shit together. You know what I mean? He put the shit together expertly. Okay, he wrote the shit out of that 6-piece, quote unquote, round 1 of his battle rap. Round 2 is coming up. And of course, for those of us who are fans of battle rap, there's no such thing as a body until the 3rd round. So I will not count nobody out. Tailor Made doesn't qualify because Tailor Made was like J. Cole's song. If it's not up, if it gets taken down, it's forfeited. Right? This is still a battle, right? This is still, you could try, but your shots gotta stick. That's like in a Haney fight. The nigga pushed him down. He didn't knock him down. He knocked him down more than once, but there was one time where he pushed the nigga down, right? So that's like a push. It doesn't qualify as a shot. It doesn't qualify. It doesn't qualify in the battle. It would be a disqualified round because he tried it and it backfired on him. Remember? It backfired. He tried to make Pac his ally, and Pac's family said, if you don't take that shit the fuck down, nigga, you said it wasn't serious. It was some play shit. Yeah, but you can't play in war. Cause that's if I was Kendrick, I would rebuttal the life out of him. You know what I mean? I would destroy him just with the AI Pac and the Snoop. I would destroy that. I would kill him with that. But he hit it with the, I don't know if I'm battling a ghost or AI, the Joel Osteen. Oh my goodness. Listen. He put the shit. Yeah, I know it was garbage magnetic. I know, right? I know. So round 1 is push-ups, right? Versus this. It already beats push-ups because the nigga went in there. He went in there thinking that he was in a battle royal, and he didn't focus on Kendrick in its entirety, right? Which is why round two is going to be interesting because once again, like all of us know, we fans of battle rap. You know, okay, peace to the IG. I know that live is over. Shout out to the IG. We know in battle rap that you can't count somebody out, even though they might have a tough, they might lose round one and it might look like it's dark for them. They come back in round two and they be fighting and they pull themselves out of the grave. I've seen this happen on wild occasions. You know what I mean? So, this time should be of no difference. You feel me? I know that Drake will be able to come back, pause, with a rebuttal, right? His round two is gonna be a heater, right? I put that in his court. I know his second round is gonna be a heater. Same way that when you're in battle rap and somebody gets cooked the first round, they come back in their second round, they boss up. You know what I mean? They're able to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. So I'm giving that to him. I'm gonna give Drake a strong second round response. And then Kenny, you know what I mean? Mr. Kendrick is going to have to follow up and respond to that. And based off of how he's cooking in round one, he's going to be able to float this thing into the third. You know what I mean? And the third is going to be the decisive one. It's going to be the decisive one that's going to determine who is going to be the ultimate winner of this melee. Now, Drake will be getting jumped at the same time by other people. That's just the nature of what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? He will be getting kicked and smacked and spit on from other people. Hopefully, that does not stop what it is that he came to do. He could show his prowess by taking on more than one quote unquote opponent at the same time. But it's always been warned, if you spread yourself thin, you could fuck around and fall through the ice. So don't try to be Thanos and lose your fingers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't spread yourself too thin. Focus on one foe at a time. So if you go in round two trying to fight 8 niggas like you did in round one, you were going to get washed because Kendrick was laser focused on just talking about you all day. So you should be laser focused and talk about him all day and get back to these other niggas on another time. Okay? You said it's done already. So it's a rizzle. I know. But once again, we never want to be accused of not allowing the things to take their course, right? We never want to be accused of, being too biased and not allowing democracy take place. So in a democratic, well, theoretically speaking, he has as long as Kendrick had, which was what, 17 days, they said? Because Kendrick had, he had 17 days to respond, right? So theoretically speaking, they're going to the metrics that they will use, right? Because this is about the metrics that are being used. The metrics that they're gonna use is wait, you niggas gave Kendrick all of that time. Like, how doesn't Drake have some time to do what he got to do? So theoretically speaking, he has that time. He would have impressed me if he dropped something last night. That would have been impressive. Like I said, I don't think his ego will allow him to let that shit sit on the airwaves and he doesn't say anything. He's reading the comments, he's seeing what people are saying. He's not disillusional. He's not just reading the fucking people on the payroll. He's reading real comments, not just the bots that they're paying to speak favorably, not just academics page. He's going around the internet and he's seeing what these sentiments are, and that's going to make him respond faster. So until round two, we are here giving it the breakdown that it needs. You know what I mean? Once again, for everybody who may feel offended, hit dogs bark. Nobody is attacking your ethnicity, this is battle rap. Just because K Dot said it, it doesn't put you in danger. Don't start acting all Israeli on us. You know what I mean? Don't get moist on us. Don't become victims and shit. You know what I mean? They're battle rapping. Yes, he's low blowing, but hey, pause. Shit happens. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He's Kung Fu Kenny. Hey. And sometimes when you're doing Kung Fu, you hit below the belt. So it's nothing. It's it don't get politically incorrect, because if you want to be politically correct and if you want to stand in that bag and whatnot, then you also have to talk about the fact that this man belongs to a race of people, right? Mr. Racially Ambiguous. Although y'all want to claim him as black, he does claim his Jewish side, and his Jewish side is involved in war crimes and ethnic cleansing and a genocide as we speak. So there's nothing funny about that. There's nothing excusable. There's nothing that you can excuse. And this is, they're ethnically cleansing melanated people. Okay. Mind you. Okay. Melanated people. Don't get caught up in all of those pictures and videos that you see depicting pale Arabs. Those are melanated people over there that are getting bombed out of their fucking houses and to smithereens and whatnot. Melanated. Okay. They're in Africa. They're killing melanated babies. Okay. So if you don't want to talk about that, then you niggas can't talk to me about nothing. You disqualified yourself. You just a D-rider. You know what I mean? Because what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. So if you want to keep it political, keep it all the way political. If not, just enjoy battle rap. And don't feel threatened that shit is going to get hot around the water cooler, because it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Nobody's looking at you like you're Drake. You know what I mean? Drake is he's a character onto himself. When he's putting on nail polish, is that if niggas is like, yo, motherfuckers wearing nail polish is whack, do the women who wear nail polish, do you feel offended by that? Because you know they're not talking about you, right? You don't look at your nails and start feeling like, oh man, it's gonna be hot for niggas with nails now. You know what I mean? Maybe the men who are wearing nail polish might feel the way, but the women wouldn't. It's the same scenario. If somebody said what they said to him, what the fuck does that got to do with you? So with that being said, you said round 2 might start this weekend. We'll be on Wednesday. I think it may start before. You know, it might start before. But if it does, you'll see us and we'll be talking about it. You know what I mean? And with that being said, on this hump day, Mayday, 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 May the 1st. All right. May the force be with y'all. Love and light to the family. Peace.